Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. Trump issues Jeffrey Epstein challenge to the press. Find out the people that went to the island. President Trump has a challenge for investigative journalists everywhere. Find out who visited convicted sex criminal Jeffrey Epstein's island. I'm going to stop right here for a minute and point out that DEMOCREPUBLIX had reported on and linked to the whole Jeffrey Epstein story years ago, back when it first came out about the whole trial with him and the Lolita Express and things like that. We were one of the first organizations to actually report on this story. I'm going to have to go back and see if I can pull some of the old articles. But the Washington Times reports that the billionaire whose plane was called the Lolita Express by pundits often brought the rich and powerful to his private island. The president on Friday noted that reporters now focused on outgoing Labor Secretary Alex Acosta's prosecution of Mr. Epstein should dig into who visited what became known among locals as Orgy Island. Quote, other people, they went all over with him, Mr. Trump said from the White House lawn. They went to his island all over the place. He was very well known in Palm, his island. Whatever his island was, wherever it is, I was never there. Find out the people that went to that island. The president also noted that Mr. Epstein was booted from his private Palm Beach, Florida club. Mar-a-Lago Mediate reported, I didn't want anything to do with him, Mr. Trump said. That was many, many years ago. I threw him out. Mr. Epstein was arrested in 2005 and signed a plea agreement in 2007 with the U.S. Attorney's Office. He accepted a single charge of soliciting prostitution. But all this information was sealed, and even the victims didn't know about his sweetheart deal that he got when he was able to come out for 12 hours when he was in jail and basically do what he wanted, and he basically went back to jail and sleep, and he was released 12 hours later. It's the craziest deal you ever heard of. But I'm back to the article. The billionaire also agreed to a 30-month sentence and registered as a Tier 1 sex offender with the U.S. Virgin Islands. He paid dozens of young girls under a federal statute providing for compensation to victims of child sexual abuse. Federal prosecutors, however, arrested Mr. Epstein last week on new charges of sex trafficking for allegedly abusing underage girls at his homes in New York and Palm Beach. And like I said before, we reported on this years ago, back when it first came public, and we found images and stuff like that of his island that was weird. Thought was weird. It looked like a temple, like sacrifice temple. You can go online and look at the 4K pictures now. Back then they didn't actually have it in 4K, but you can look at the 4K pictures now. This weird compass thing on the ground. It's weird satanic stuff. But let me know what you think. Why do you think Trump came out and said this? I believe Trump came out and said this because he know the ties that'll go back to some big names. Of course, with Bill Clinton flying on a plane 26 times, and all this other all the other things that went on this plane and on the island. He basically telling people to dig deeper and come out and see what you find. It's going to be some dark, dirty things, and it's going to lead to some very powerful people in this country. That's how he was able to get this sweetheart deal, because Epstein knows Epstein's got a lot of dirt on these people, a lot of powerful politicians that is a part of this child trafficking ring. That's how he was able to get this sweetheart deal. So let me know what you think. Leave your comments below, like, share, and subscribe, and check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Till next time. We living on a real nightmare. We living on a real nightmare.